Good morning and welcome back to the Triathlon Devs YouTube channel. Thought I would do a video on goggles because this morning I've been to the pool. I've had 2 goggle malfunctions, so I thought today would be a good time to talk through the new goggles that I'm investing in. I got into the pool and then realised that my goggles were completely coming apart here, so I had to nip out, go into the changing room, get my spare pair of goggles, did 1 lap in them and realised that they've pretty much split down the middle in half, which is absolutely useless. So then I had to go and get my 3rd pair of Speedo goggles, which leak, if I'm honest. So that was a bit of a disaster morning. I've swum with Zog's Predator Flex goggles for years and years. They've had a few different styles of the Predator Flex Ultra Polarised and the Predator Flex Polarised over the years. The original ones that they had like 10 years ago were absolutely fantastic, the Ultra Polarised one. They fitted me lovely. They were really good in terms of glare from the sunlight when you were out in open water swimming. But after probably about 10 years ago now, they stopped making them, which was a real blow to me. I have 2 problems in terms of goggles. Firstly, I have a small head, which means that I really struggle to get goggles to fit me. There's a lot of them out there that whatever I do with the straps, they just don't fit, they're too big. Secondly, I wear contact lenses, so having a tight seal is really, really important. Now, I know all those opticians out there, Hannah, are all sitting there scoffing at me going, you shouldn't swim in contact lenses because there's a high risk of infection. The problem I have is that my prescription is really high. I am blind as a bat. Minus 10.25 is my prescription. So prescription goggles don't go anywhere near that. So I can't get prescription goggles and I can't see anything at all when I don't have my contact lenses in. And also I'm not going to mess around in transition, putting my contact lenses in and losing 60 seconds doing that. So yeah, don't swim in your contact lenses is the advice from the opticians, but I do. Zogs have messed around with the design a bit over the years. Their design was absolutely fantastic, and then like all good companies do, they decide to randomly change the design. It just didn't fit my head at all, to be honest. They were leaking, they weren't great. They must have had loads and loads of complaints because after a year or so they then went back to producing their original goggles again, so I was able to go back to doing them. So as you can see, I've got quite a lot of pairs of Predator Flex goggles. I would probably say I get through about 2 pairs a year. It depends over the years. They've cost anything between about 35 and 45 quid. They come in at about 40 quid a pair. So they only last me for 6 months. I say I do have to be really careful with the seals because I wear contact lenses, so I have to have them really tight. I do find that after 6 months they're beginning to leak. So I probably spend about 80 quid a year on goggles. I have tried a few other ones over the years. I got these TYR ones. These were a ladies fit. They were sort of sold as a small fit, so I thought they might be quite good. They literally got used once and then they leaked like anything on me, so they're back in the packaging. Last year I did get recommended these Speedo Futura Biofuse Flexi Seal ones, so I bought a pair of them. They were about 40 quid and they leak as well. I feel like the Predator Flex ones aren't quite as good as what they used to be, and they just aren't quite serving the purpose right for me. So I really wanted to have a look around to see what else I could find out there. But that's really, really difficult because the only way that you can see whether goggles fit you or not is to put them in the water and swim with them. And funnily enough, most companies don't let you have a trial of doing that. For quite a while now, I've been seeing some ads popping up for the Magic 5 goggles and been toying with getting a pair of them. They're custom built, so you download the Magic 5 app and then it does like a 3D facial recognition scan and then custom builds your goggles to fit your face, and they pretty much guarantee that these won't leak, and if they do leak then they'll give you your money back, which is quite good. Because I do spend £80 a year on goggles, these are £75 for the Magic mirrored version of it. I figured that I've probably not really got too much to lose because if they're rubbish and they leak, then I'll just get me 75 quid back. But if they don't and they last me a year, then I've still not really lost anything because I'm already spending 80 quid a year on the Zogs. The Magic 5, I think, do about 7 different goggles, and they do Magic Smoke ones that are made more for indoor, and then they do the Magic Mirrored ones, which are made for outdoor swimming and bright lights with it, which is the ones that I've gone for. The Magic Smoke ones are £65, the mirrored ones are £75, and they do them in a few different colours. I can't remember all the technical bump that goes with it, so I thought I'd just read what they say on their website. It's produced with our optimal fitting technology, which means that the goggles are produced for you and only you. Based on a facial scan, the goggles are produced to fit the curvature of your face. This creates the best possible conditions for having the most comfortable, non-leaking swimming goggles. Under their fit guarantee, it says if you experience fit issues with your goggles, we will refund you 100% of your purchase if we can't fix it. So to me, it sounds like a bit of a no-brainer. You do the scan, you upload it with your order number, they custom make your goggles and they send them to you. What I'm going to do now is go through the 3D facial recognition scan, get that uploaded and get that sent off. When I get my goggles back, I will take them to the pool and do a test and we can see what they're like. We need to get the Magic 5 app up. Then what you normally do is press the link scan to order. I've already submitted mine, so I'm just going to do this one as a try through. What you can do, and it's worth doing, is just have a practice scan to begin with. So we're going to go for the try the scan. It just says necessary to create a good scan of your face to ensure that your custom goggles will fit perfectly. You need to make sure you've got good natural light, and you also need to make sure that you've got a plain coloured wall behind you as well. So I did my original one just in front of the wardrobes. And then get ready, make sure that you've got anything sort of removed, so glasses off, tying back long hair, so nothing covering around your eye area with it. The idea with this is that you keep your head still and you move the phone. So we'll give that a go and then we're ready to start scanning. So what you need to do is move the phone around, keep your head still. Does take a little bit of playing around to get all the angles in. Step 1 complete. Then the next thing you have to do is to just verify the size of it. So you just need like a debit card or something that size to put over your forehead, and then it takes a picture to make sure that we've got the right size scale. Not using my debit card because you lot will nick all my details. Step 2 complete. And then that's it. Normally that would then take you to your order. You'd just link it to your order. You'd press accept and continue, and that is your scan done. Good morning and welcome back. Today I'm going to open the Magic 5 goggles. In the end, they only took a week to come, so I'm going to open them up and see what they're like. Funky little carry case. There they are. Do they look like £75 worth of goggles? Funky doodle. They look cool. We'll take them to the pool and see what they feel like. I'm excited. See you later with them. Here we are, all ready to go then with the new Magic 5 goggles. Do they look good? They don't feel that tight at the minute. I don't know how tight to do them, so I might have to get in, have a little bit of a play around with them and see whether we need to do any amendments to them. The straplets are really long, I'll have to chop them down a little bit. But yeah, let's give it a blast. Wow, they are absolutely unbelievable. I was a bit dubious because they didn't feel particularly tight. I thought the minute I put my head underwater, they were going to leak absolutely everywhere. But they were absolutely fantastic. They haven't leaked once. And it's great because I've not had to put them super tight. So I've not ended up with sort of really, normally I get like really red lines and a massive headache from having my goggles on super tight. But they are absolutely brilliant. Well impressed with them. They are definitely worth 75 quid for them. These are a keeper. Boom. I might be lying a little bit. I have got red lines, but they didn't really feel like they were super tight and they didn't leak. So they're still definitely a keeper. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time for some triathlon training.